Brad, a couple nights ago, our friend Spencer mowing the lawn. Nice of him to do that. I mean, I pay him, but still nice of him to.
Sure.
You know how business works.
Yeah.
So
nice. He does it in a happy way because even if he didn't get paid that much for it, but he does.
Bingo. And I come home and he's still mowing the lawn, and I'm asking him like, "Hey, how's it been? Appreciate you being out here, yada yada." And he was like, "Dude, it's been fun." He's like, "I will say, I got a little spooked one time as I was mowing your backyard. There were two just like looked like wild, like huskies, like walking up on me. Anyway, they were really nice. Ended up petting them for like 5 minutes. It was great. I was like, that's awesome. How often do you see huskies walking around?" And then I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? Like a week ago, Rachel complained to me and swore up and down that there are wolves in our neighborhood. And I'm starting to think that Rachel thinks like a domesticated blue-eyed husky with a collar might be a wild wolf.
Yeah. Well, they have tags on them for conservation purposes. You know, like you can't shoot a tagged one.
Yeah, like Rachel, you didn't see a wolf. Yes, I did.
Yes.
And I would have shot it, but I saw its collar.
But it had a collar that said, "Please don't shoot me, property of Andy."
It said, "Yes, I know I only live in southwestern Canada, but I'm here on vacation. I know I'm a wolf."
Rachel's just from like the country, so she just doesn't know like about pets or something. Like doesn't know
about pets.
Doesn't know like, hey, like normal dogs that aren't just hunting dogs can be like pets, you know?
And maybe they get out. She's like, they're always out. Yeah, they're wolves.
Of course they're out. Yeah.
Yeah, Rachel like comes up from, doing laundry in our unfinished basement. The Chihuahua traps are working. Like, Rachel, those are mice.
Those tiny little traps. Man, I don't see why those Mexicans love those things so much.
He stopped barking. I don't hear a peep out of him. He's dead.
It's not a squeak. Yeah, that Jake, I don't know if has the water been tasting funny to you lately?
The water's been tasting.
I mean, no, I'll get it from this. Oh, you're getting it from that spout? I was getting it from that one. Rachel, that's a coffee pot. Like, what do you?
It's not the same thing. It's a different spouts.
I don't know.
Okay.
This city life, it's just too fast for me.
I'm from Iowa.
I am an idiot.
Steve Coop right now is going, hey, no, she's not. No, she's not.
No, Steve Coop about 5 seconds from now when he realizes we're making fun of him because he's delayed. Wait a second. They're making fun of Iowa. I don't think this is good.
Rachel wakes up in the morning. Hey, brush Rachel.
Yeah.
Can you turn off the smoke alarm?
What smoke alarm? What are you talking about?
That's my phone, Rachel. Every morning, it's just my phone. It's just my cell phone.
Just a noise.
Just any ringing. Hey, the fire alarm's going off again. Every day, 7:05.
I don't understand. The tornado sirens are going off, and it's not the first Wednesday.
I thought it was Wednesdays. They go off every morning. What is that? I'm from Iowa. I don't know.
I have to go return this hoodie. I bought this hoodie online. Huh. I don't know. It's defective or something.
What?
It's not working right. It's like, what, Rachel? You bought a crew neck. You didn't. There's no hood on it. I don't know. It just doesn't. I can't get the tag. Like, it's not like I look like Quasimodo when I put the hood on.
Hood is so small.
I just don't understand it. Like, it's not working quite right.
Have hoodies started fitting weird for you guys?
Yeah, maybe it's my head. I don't know. I'm not trying to act like I have the perfect head in the world, but I was voted best.
Best head shape.
Yeah, best head shape in Iowa.
Hoodies have always fit. I don't know. Brock Purdy likes them. He's from Iowa.
Yeah.
Jake, I've been driving. Have you noticed some of the stop signs near our house? They'll change colors when you get close. Rachel, that's a stop light.
Oh, yeah, those are. That's a light.
You really got to pay attention. Yeah, that's not a stop sign.
Huh? Really?
Well, Iowa.
Yeah, that's Iowa for you. I swear, these couches are getting smaller these days. Rachel, that's a love seat, sweetie.
Sweetie.
Sweetums.
Love,
baby. Be my little love seat.
My little love seat.
Yeah.
Someone's sitting on the love seat. I could see Rachel complaining like there's been someone who, I don't know, just feel like I need to tell you, like I think he lives close by, and I feel like he's been around a lot. He's been like looking in our windows.
Yeah.
I think we have a pervert as a neighbor. Rachel, that's Brad.
No, I thought you were gonna say Bo. Rachel, that's just Bo. He's 3 years old. He's innocent.
He's obsessed with you. That's fine.
Yeah, Miss Rachel's making chicken tonight. Ooh, I think this tight beat means that it's going down with some random thoughts and white meat too. Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning we're taking back Ghostrunners podcast.
No, Rachel's smart. She's smarter than us.
She's way more schooled than us. That's for sure.
Iowans are the smartest people I know.
Yes.
I was actually talking about
Chuck
Steve
Grassley.
Coop. Chuck Grassley.
I mean, just a lifelong learner.
Steve Coop, I'll have you know, I was texting about you and your knowledge this morning to people who don't even know you.
Little CRP.
Yeah, I was talking about CRP farming. Mm-hmm. So thanks for all that you tell me about. On that same note, while we were doing that, it kind of reminded me, lately, I've been the one mixing things up. Lately, I've been like, I feel like a lot of times I've been just leaving the house or just getting back to the house, and I'm seeing a lot of guys walking around the neighborhood with like iPads, clipboards, like NFL scout behavior.
They're recruiting.
Yeah, it's like it's that time of year, I guess.
They're like, well, the Chiefs are struggling a little bit at wide receiver.
Any wide receiver.
Maybe we're going to run into, some guy just mowing a lawn, petting some huskies, and think, that guy's got a pretty good set of legs on him.
Maybe it'll happen. Yeah, I told Spencer's like, what are you doing in jeans, buddy? You got a lot of people on iPads around here looking for good legs. Speaking of that, listen, All Time Quarterback, our football podcast on Patreon only.
Please.
People are loving it.
I think the first 10 minutes of it were really fun yesterday. Like, not that the rest of it's not fun, but the
really
first 10 minutes
Ghostrunners.
were very Ghostrunners. Like, we didn't even talk about the games. So if you just want generic banter that's somewhat centered around sports, check it out.
Yeah.
We're
Fun
having
times.
So.
Long story medium, coming to find out these guys, I thought they were like, I don't know, people trying to sell you stuff. Hey, we can get a new roof on your house. Hey, what do you think about tulip planting, whatever. Those types of people, door to door.
The classic tulip plant.
Yeah, I don't know why they came to mind.
Pyramid scheme.
I know it's that time of year, though.
Is it?
Because the Coops inform me of that kind of thing.
Sure.
But come to find out, the city is redoing the street, getting a new sidewalk, getting new drainage, new sewage. They want to pay.
Wait. Guess. Have time and guess.
Yeah. So, other side of this street that we live on is getting a sidewalk. Our side of the street, they're having to take away part of the driveway, part of our property, our lawn, to build like a, what's it called? A ditch, sewage.
Yeah, they're kind of widening. The street has like a natural drain right now, kind of.
Yeah.
But they're going to have like curbs, basically, right?
Mm-hmm. And they are taking away, the spot in the driveway that's kind of the little offset thing. Yeah. I think we lose that.
What? The whole thing?
They made it seem like that. I don't know if the whole thing needs to go, but they made it seem like we're losing that.
That's my spot.
That's my coach.
Hey, you can't take away my spot.
Timon, how much do you think, how much do you think I'm owed?
What they offered Jake some
basically,
money for.
They hand Rachel a piece of paper and they're like, hey, sign this. We'll pay you for your lawn, which is cool. Just in general, that's even a thing. Mm-hmm. Thanks for doing that. Thanks for not just seizing the land.
That is nice. Oh, this is just, I'll have nothing to base this on.
I would not have either. I would have no idea.
$2,000?
Not a bad guess.
Okay.
First offer, $8,500.
Wow.
I like how you say first offer.
Like we'll see if they change their mind.
Yeah.
If they
we reject your first offer.
Don't even tell me your first offer because I'm going to say no.
Wow.
Probably just going to accept it. I mean, quite the stimulus check. Lose a little bit of lawn, but get to keep the trees. You lose your spot.
Yeah, I'm a little bit bummed about that. The big issue is they're going to be doing some street work like on your house for a while. I guess you live on a corner, so you can just park on the edge, like the other side street, but you're not going to be able to park your car.
Ooh.
Oh, boy.
Charging.
Boy, oh, boy.
Oh.
Now you guys are...
The rate just went up.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
I didn't think about that either.
And you guys are both electric, so you both need... You're going to have to live at a Hy-Vee charging point for like you're just going to have dates where you go.
You got to require them to install something for you, like somewhere else.
Yes.
Timon.
Value your time.
The rate just went up again.
I would say so. Value your time at $50 an hour. And you're like, listen, every time I have to leave my house, I'm not getting work done at my house, which is where my office is.
Talk to my accountant. I have a home office.
Yeah. And then my wife and I both have to charge our cars.
Think about the marital stress.
Yes. There's a cost on that too.
It sounded like there was going to be a list, but that was all I could think of for now. I'll get back to you on the other things.
I mean, think about all the issues. Marital stress.
Some of the stuff I said earlier.
So
mainly the charge, just in general. You can picture it.
Dude.
Okay, but
that is a problem. You're at least going to have to install something at my house or something.
These are good reasons to up your price.
Fight.
This is why we talk it out.
This is good, guys.
This is why we have brotherhood and accountability.
Yes, community.
And talk it out as a community of men.
If I can't park in my driveway, do I lose that? Maybe.
Yeah.
Price just went up again.
What's that? What's that noise? That's the price accelerating up.
Nope, it's not mountain climber game on Price is Right. It's the price going up again.
Yeah, dude, that's an issue though.
I'm glad you brought that to my attention.
I do have, just practicality wise, I do have like I believe it's called a 220 hookup in my shop. Which is like
nice.
I think what you need. And so if you can plug into that, it looks like the dryer.
Yeah, good.
hookup.
Is it near the front of the driveway? What were you going to say?
I was about to say I've never used it, so I'm pretty confident it works, but I'm not positive.
Did they used to have their washer and dryer there? Why do you have that there?
Because he used to have a shop back there. Like he used to have a business where he did something back there.
And he needed it for a reason that you don't need it for.
Let me tell you something, brother.
Okay.
You're gonna be excited about this. There's two of them. One's in the very back of the shop. Bummer.
Not going to work.
Oh, but where's the other one? On the outside of the shop, brother. Right there by the door. I think it used to be like a RV charging thing.
Wow. You got a good driveway for an RV.
I got a
Or
great
limo.
driveway for an RV or a limo. Greg Peterson one time parked a semi-truck back there.
That's wild.
Yeah. Bondi
You're
Bulls.
in the middle of the suburbs. It's crazy that you could fit a
It was
semi,
wild.
not on your street, but in your driveway.
Yes. It was. It looked.
Can it fit?
Dude, Greg, if you're listening to this, I need $8,500 because after he parked it there,
Marital stress?
no, not marital stress. There's like indents in my asphalt from that.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's just from that, Greg, but I'm not saying it's not just from that. So
It's just like sinking in. It's just like
just a little bit, not like obvious, like not terrible. If you look at it, you wouldn't notice.
yeah.
But I as the homeowner, I notice these things.
I have an idea real quick. I don't think I'm going to call him. So all morning, Brad and I've been texting Steven Swick, one of our favorite people who listen to the podcast, friend of ours, a fan who became friend.
Yes.
And he was the guy you almost surprised me with by driving to Ohio with Bo.
Yes,
Because
dude.
Jensen was there, Steven Swick was there.
Man, I think fondly of those times where
No.
we just even thought we were going. It was like the greatest hour of my life, dude. Like all three of us just like matched each other's excitement. Yeah.
Dude, that is special. And there is something to be said about like planning a vacation or like when the group chat for the bachelor party first gets started. It's like,
Right.
this is happening.
Yes.
We're doing this. Look at the Airbnb, whatever. That is hard to replicate.
Yes.
But Steven Swick, I was even giving a hard time in the text. I was like, because he has such a niche expertise, and I was like, can't believe you even provide for a family doing this. But he is a real estate attorney. Seems so specific. But I was like, this seems so up his alley. And it did. He had immediate answers for me. And it was basically like, good luck fighting it. I would be surprised if they budge. And he gave other examples of times in the past where other people have fought it and won. But it seemed like a much bigger deal than what I'm facing with. But new evidence has been brought to the jury,
And you
to
know
the
what?
courtroom.
Down the street, there's another Tesla owner. So you need to talk to them.
We fight together.
I think so.
My brother.
There's nothing that blue collar neighborhoods like ours love more than people who have EVs complaining about not, being able to charge them. I think that's going to resonate really well with Dennis across the street who's running his gas lawnmower every other day to keep his lawn pristine.
Nothing like, a zip code where the median household income is probably $60,000. Hearing privileged people talk about a slight loss of privilege.
Listen, our two cars that are worth more than that guy's house.
Oh, jeez.
I don't think that's true, but you know what I'm saying.
So instead of calling him, because I assume busy guy, let's just send him a voice. Oh, it's going right now. Hey, Swick, we're on the podcast now. So when you respond, know that you will also be on the podcast. New evidence has been brought to the court. We have thanks to Timon and Brad, smart guys. We think there might be an opportunity to get the city to budge. Consider this. Rachel and I both have electric cars. When they do work on our driveway, we will not be able to access our driveway. We'll not be able to park our cars where our chargers are. We will not be able to charge our cars. Essentially saying we will not be able to get gasoline. We will not be able to use our cars the way they're supposed to be. Do we have a leg to stand on? Can we utilize that to get more money? What else should we consider?
Yeah.
Appreciate your time. Bill me.
Bill me.
Fun, guys.
Hey, bill me.
Hey, bill me.
Hey, Swick, bill me.
I'm podcasting here. Bill me.
Nice advice. Bill me.
Right before we started recording, I asked Swick, I said, anything you'd like to say or hear discussed? First thing I saw, Does Timon know the 3 ships that brought the pilgrims to America? He's homeschooled, so I'm guessing he still learns that stuff, but I don't think public school teach that anymore. Love that he even edited the message so that wasn't even his first go around with the text. His second go around. I don't think public school teach that anymore. That's funny that's on his mind. Timon, do you know it?
I know the Mayflower.
No, that's not even a three.
Is that not even?
No, Columbus.
What's the question again?
The Mayflower was a ship. You're right about that. This is the 3 ships that brought.
I'm reading his text right now. He's got some funny things on here.
Yeah, I skipped over some other stuff. I think point public schoolers. Sorry, homeschoolers. Maybe you're the ones not being taught this.
I don't know if that's a good assumption, or I just don't know this. But
it's a pretty inconsequential.
I don't think it's. Is it? Can we talk about? Are we sure it's the Pilgrims?
Yeah, I think he's mistaken.
Yeah, it's Columbus.
The Pilgrims came over in a Mayflower. Columbus sailed
on 3 ships.
Yeah, Nina, Pinta, Santa Maria.
Yeah. Did you know those?
So I was right about
Mayflower is the Pilgrims.
Okay, that's good.
Unless there's 3 of them from the Pilgrims that no one talks about any of the other ones. It's like the Mayflower is the Michael Jordan, but maybe there's some, the Tulips that are the Tony Cook coaches.
Was Steven Swig public school?
I think he was private school.
It's typical.
He seems like he's got a little private school in him. I don't know if that's true.
But I don't think I would have known Columbus's.
Columbus set sail from Spain in 3 ships. The Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. 1492.
Is there a little Nina?
Not?
Or just Nina? I'm just genuinely curious. Wasn't trying to be like a D-bag about it.
On Wikipedia, yes.
Okay.
Nina.
Okay.
I believe. Nina.
Where I studied abroad in Spain was where Christopher Columbus is buried. Kind of crazy.
De la Frontera, Spain.
De la Frontera, Spain. Yep.
That's pretty cool.
That's like the most like Jose Pepper sounding like Tex-Mex name. Let's go to De La Frontera tonight, guys. They have the best Espinaca and Margarita Dales.
What was the name? There was what was the name of the Mexican restaurant in Bolivar? El Rodeo.
Perfect.
Just the rodeo.
El Charro. Yeah, El Rodeo.
It was very Bolivar. But we said rodeo instead of rodeo, so it was cool.
Yeah.
Because I go into El Nacho.
Yeah.
Ooh, you want to go to El Nacho?
El Nacho.
Gracias for that idea.
Oh, gracias, dude. Gracias.
Anyway, that has been... What have we been talking about? Oh, that has been getting rich.
Genuinely, though, you need to figure that out because that's a big problem.
Yeah.
Like, you either need to, like, get them... I don't know about get them. It maybe they're just going to be like, you're...
Tough luck, brother. Bill me.
Yeah, right. Bill me back. I mean, that is a problem, though. Like, I mean, and luckily, I think you could probably... I don't know how those things work, like, but you could plug into my shop and be fine.
Don't tell them that, though.
No. That's irrelevant to the issue. But if nothing else, they have to, like... I don't know about have to. This is like where I get feeling like entitled or whatever, but like it would make sense for them to, if you said that, like the argument would be like, okay, we'll at least give you a rental car while this is going on.
Rental gas.
Yeah.
Fun.
The old R gas. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Swick responded. Let's hear what he has to say.
Dude. Oh, never mind.
Okay. So let's think about this. They are cutting off your ability to use your property in a way that you need to use it for transportation.
Yes.
What are your costs going to be to make alternative plans to be able to charge your vehicles? Are you going to have to go off-site? Do you have to pay for that charging station? Do you have to use the backup gas tank? What monetary value are you damaged
no backup gas
by them tearing up your driveway, number one, above and beyond the $8,000 that they're already going to give you? And number two, what is the inconvenience cost to you?
I do the opposite of object.
More of a non-objective, easily able to quantify amount that they're not going to want to hear, but it is worth something to be mentioned when you're negotiating with them that hey, not only am I not able to charge in my house, it's going to cost me more money to go charge elsewhere or to use my backup gas tank and fill that up because I usually don't have to do that on a weekly basis.
Is he joking or not?
I think that's for hybrids. That's not
your time worth. So I don't know. Maybe it works. Maybe it doesn't. But I like the thought.
Cool.
we gotta talk about backup gas tank.
I mean, he went 9 for 10 there, I'd say. 90% of the info, really helpful.
Like, this guy really knows what he's talking about. Lawyers, I understand why they pay him money. Wait. What? Go back to thinking about the backup gas tanks. Backup gas tanks. I love that.
I mean, that's Elon's thing. Like, hey, I'm trying to save the world here when it's convenient.
Well, yeah. 500-mile range. Plus, like, you know,
Plus,
your
obviously
backup
unlimited.
gas tank. Yeah.
Because, I mean, the easiest thing to do is make a car with 2 different motors, 2 different engines. One, fully electric.
Yep.
Another one also fits in there, fully gas.
Backup gas tank. Half-baked idea.
Half-baked idea, yeah.
I mean, that's what a Prius is, right? Is like
Yeah, like hybrid cars.
the electricity, like, or when the car is running, it like powers the battery.
I think those are more backup electric, though. I think it's like
Okay.
primarily gas. But
That's a
some
good
electric
word.
things like kick in to
Sure,
like support
yeah,
it or something.
maybe
like
so.
that. I don't know.
Anyway, the old backup gas tank.
That's pretty funny. Well, at least it sounds like we got options here.
Okay, you gotta take action soon though, probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good. I've been watching a new Netflix documentary about some court cases. Feel like I'm ready to fight.
Okay.
It can't. What is it? I don't even know what it's called. Doesn't matter. Whatever. I'm ready to fight.
It's called It Came Upon a Midnight Clear. Is that what it's called?
I think it came upon a De La Frontera.
That's right. It came up at El Rodeo. Just talk about Stephen Swig some more. He said he was private schooled K through 6, public school 7 through 12. So we all know that kid. I mean, yeah, one of those.
Bummer.
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 Played against Aaron Kraft in high school. He'll tell you that.
Oh yeah, he did
That's a
tell me
great
all about
story,
that. Yeah.
actually. Yeah. He likes talking about Aaron Kraft is like one of the best basketball players ever from Ohio State. I don't know if that's really statistically true, but it feels like it's true.
Anecdotally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we talk about college basketball real quick?
What if we get to a sponsor real quick?
How
Feels
about
like we've
that?
been talking a while. You know,
Okay.
get our first one done. Chike is back,
Chike.
and they never really left. Naturally sweetened flavors are here, and they're here to stay. Yeah, if you've never tried Chike, maybe you Chiked it once.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you already love it. Maybe you didn't love it. It's time to give it another try. Another Chike.
Another chai.
Yeah, they've come out with what seems like pretty cool proprietary stuff here. They found a way to give you this natural sweetener that comes from something called Red Bam, which does come from organic cane sugar, but it's not, as bad as actual sugar, and it doesn't have the aftertaste of, these aspartame type things. And it's still the same old Chike,
Yep.
2 shots of real espresso, 20 grams of non-GMO protein. It's powdered iced coffee, if you don't know.
Yes.
Protein iced coffee.
Protein iced coffee. Yeah, it's imagine like, that kid that like, hey, he was a sweet kid. School gets out, he goes home for the summer, and he's always been a sweet kid, but he comes back a little more jacked. And it's like, what happened to you? He's like, I'm the same old guy. I'm still a sweet guy.
Yeah.
But now I'm jacked. now I'm even better. Like,
Yeah.
That's what Chike is,
Yeah.
right now. Like new and improved.
This
But
is
still the same, still your dad's Chike,
San Francisco 49ers. They look like the best team in the NFL. 5-0. Brock Purdy, MVP maybe. Then they lose 3 games in a row. What's going on, guys? But guess what? This past week, they had the bye week. They're going to come out. They're like a whole new team. Guys, what happened? You really refocus over the bye? I mean, kind of. Coach just got us Chike.
Coach just Chiked us. Yeah.
Coach just sent us Chike and said, enjoy the week off, boys.
Right. Yeah.
Brock Purdy.
Enjoy your Chai week.
Enjoy your Chai week. Yeah. Coach is 7-1 after the Chai week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine that's what's going to happen to them. You'll see.
sense.
You've
Yeah.
already seen yesterday.
Yeah.
You saw what happened to the
Their
49ers.
coach, Chikel Shanahan.
Yeah, he got the
Chike's
boys
a
right.
Texas company, so I'm sure they're loving that we're comparing him to the 49ers. Big Cowboys people. So, I mean, I think Chike Prescott also is a Chike guy.
I was like, Chishton McCaffrey. Nah.
C. Chike Lamb. That's pretty close, right?
Chibo Samuel.
Chibo.
Anyway, it's Chike.com. CHIKE.
Shout out to Shane on the Facebook group. She said, I'm trying the new Chike.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, I liked the other one okay, but I didn't love the aftertaste, so I'm trying the new one. You guys got me.
Yeah.
I want more success stories like that one. Mm-hmm. You hear me?
Chike it up.
Chike it up.
The code is Ghostrunners, okay? Okay, guys.
Chike it up.
So, Chike.com, link down below. If you don't like typing, just like clicking.
Yes.
So, check it out, dude.
Last night, Jake, I had a great experience. First experience with Hattie on one of my favorite things from childhood. Went to our first KU Jayhawks basketball game together, and it was sweet. It was a great time. You've been to a few KU games, yes?
Yeah. I don't know if I've ever. I've definitely been in Allen Fieldhouse. I'm trying to think if it was just like a preseason exhibition. I don't know if I've been to like a regular season game.
Yeah. So I mean, this one was against North Carolina Central. So
okay,
we all know how good they are.
Yeah, perennial.
Yeah, just they're going to be a tough out in March for sure, I think. I would not want to see them on my bracket, but no, North Carolina Central, not North Carolina, not where Michael Jordan went.
NC State? No.
Not NC State.
UNC Wilmington. I've seen
no,
that.
not UNC Wilmington. Yeah. Oh, you mean Wake Forest? No, not the team. NC, yeah, North Carolina Central. But my dad was out of town. He's got season tickets, so he's like, "Hey, would you like these tickets?" I was like, "I think it'd be so fun to take Hattie. This is a great, first experience. They're gonna wipe the floor with them, But so much of the enjoyment and the experience, especially at a KU game, but really any sporting event, I think is the pregame. Like the pomp and the circumstance beforehand.
Gotta
right?
have both.
And that's what's there's so many fun traditions that go on at the beginning before the game. It probably starts 15 minutes or so before the game. And so the game started at 7. I told Catherine, I was like, well, we can eat at home, but let's leave. I want to leave at 5:30 because it's like 40 minutes away.
Yeah, gotta park, gotta get there for pregame.
Right. And normally we just park off site and just walk. Anyway.
Sounds inconvenient if that's where you lived.
What?
Having to park far away and then walk?
Boy, what I mean, I have an actual price on how much I ended up. So I ended up paying for parking because, long story short, spaghetti night at the Ellis household, and we snarfed down. Sure.
It was ravioli night for us. How about that?
How about that? It's a pasta night.
Mwah.
And naturally we left at 5:44. Not 5:30.
Just missed it. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was getting a little antsy. I had to go to the bathroom. I swear that girl takes 14 minutes to go to the bathroom. So it's probably that.
She deucing?
No.
Okay.
She's just in there, just taking her sweet time.
On her phone.
Sometimes, yeah. It's sometimes I'll just be like, Hattie, you need to finish up. She'll be like, okay. And it's like, I think she's just sitting there just pondering life or something.
That's interesting.
It's not truly 14. I bet it's a solid 5 minutes though.
Just tinkle.
In there. I don't know what's going on. Maybe she's like, we always tell her like, hey, just try. Maybe she's trying to go number 2. It doesn't matter. So we're leaving a little bit later. Still like we got enough time. In my head, I have a little bit of a buffer. And dude, we start going and we are literally in standstill traffic on the highway.
Dang it.
Like literally not moving. There's construction that takes it down to 1 lane. And so I'm starting to get a little antsy.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit, honestly, and I shouldn't have been, or maybe I even if I was, it's not something I should have like let overtake me, but I was a little bit frustrated with Catherine because I was like, whatever. We could have eaten earlier. Like I wanted to leave. Yeah. Like, and in reality, it was as much my fault as hers because we got caught up on a different house project for a little bit. So, anyway, on the highway, and dude, I got like irrationally anxious. Like it was like one of those times where it was like, I want so badly for her to experience it exactly like I've experienced it.
Yeah. It's like secondhand, I don't know, desire, secondhand anxiousness. It's like, you're not anxious for yourself. You've seen it. You've done it. But it's like, I want this so bad for this person.
I want this to be the perfect experience for you. And so there was one time, even like, we got through the traffic and it was looking like we were going to get there at 6. I think the map said 6:42. I was flying down the highway. I was trimming numbers off that thing. 6:41. 6:39. And I was like, oh, we're going to be fine.
Not bad.
And I went and ordered a parking pass. $36 for this parking pass.
Okay.
16 of it was a convenience fee. Don't get me started.
Sounds like an inconvenience fee.
I would say so. So $36 every single day is how much you're owed.
Okay.
At least.
At least.
For the
minimum.
Yeah. But then, dude, once we get into town, we get off the highway, there's this one light. I swear it was 6 seconds long. I had to wait. We were like 6 cars back, and I had to wait 3 different times for it to go.
When it was
and so I was freaking. I literally was like texting Catherine. Like it was like me. Like she wasn't even responding. I was just like, I hate this. I'm stopped at a red light. This is terrible. Oh, I'm so anxious. Like all these things. And I finally just had to die to myself and be like, Hattie doesn't know. This is not gonna make or break anything for her.
Yeah, she doesn't know what she's missing out on.
She doesn't know, except I kind of hyped it up to her. I was like, we get to watch them practice beforehand. We get to see them run out. They're going to play
cool
this song.
dunks, the
They're going
video.
to do this awesome video. Like, these people are going to have a flag when they run out of the tunnel. It's going to be so fun. So anyway, we literally get to the game as the starting lineups are coming out. So
Okay.
So like we missed the awesome video, but sorry, scam call. I'm not a master like you, so I'm
All
not
good, all good.
But like literally I like picked her up and ran into the stadium to like watch the starting lineup. Like I was like irrational, dude. I don't know. I was just like, I just want so badly for you to think this is awesome. And she, classic, like whatever she is, I don't know, 2023 kid. We brought her ear muffs, or ear, not muffs, but whatever those things are, hearing protection. So she threw those on and she was like, just overwhelmed, but like in amazement.
The only basketball game that Hattie's seen up to this point has been Upward, right? So she went from Upward to like Allen Fieldhouse?
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, surely, I don't think she's been to any kind of like high school game or anything like that. So yeah, I mean, we get to our seats. She had a blast. Every time, the crowd cheered, she would clap. She loved putting her hands up for the free throws.
Yeah, it's fun.
She was like, my favorite part was probably when those people got to shoot it without anybody trying to stop them. And when they made it, we said whoosh.
That is fun.
Yeah, I was like trying to explain to her, some of the different things, but she was pretty in tune with it. But dude, just right before halftime, I took a picture of this real quick. The score of the game. I mean, this is NC Central. So like I said, powerhouse of a team. 1 minute, 5 seconds left in the first half. What do you think the score was?
46-21.
That would be crazy. 57-15.
Jeez, in a college game.
Just 57 points in the first half is crazy. 15 points in the first half is crazy.
I don't care who you're playing. It's hard to put up that many points. It's because you still have to make the shots.
Yes,
it's one thing to be left open. You still have to make them.
Like I was telling that to Hattie. I was like, all those shots they're shooting behind that line are worth 3 points, and they're making like all of them. Like they're just crushing them. I mean, it was unbelievable.
That's sweet.
It was awesome.
That's pretty cool. You got to see 57 points in one half.
Yeah.
Did you stay the whole time?
No, we left probably halfway through the second half.
Yeah.
Catherine kind of was like, don't leave her out too late, okay?
It's NC Central.
It's NC Central. So, but Hattie's getting so dramatic, dude. Like we got there and she's like, I feel like that took us a year to drive there and 1 month to walk. And I was like, we parked in a parking
Yeah, I paid for that privilege.
$36. You didn't walk very far at all.
It would have felt like 1,000 years if I didn't pay for it.
And as we're leaving, she's like, I don't even feel like we're in Kansas anymore. We're so far away. I was like, you're so dramatic. But overall, she had a great time. We got soft pretzel.
I
chocolate chip
love soft pretzels.
Dude, yeah. And she had only had a bite of one in her past. Like, has not had many soft pretzels in her life.
Welcome to the real world, Hattie.
Yeah. And she even remembered it. She's like, I remember the time I went to the Royals game and I got cotton candy, but Hope or Grandma or somebody had a soft pretzel and I tried a bite and I was like, that's really good. So I'm going to get one next time I go. And so,
Great.
And then I got her a little Jayhawk doll. It was a great time, man.
What does Hattie do in the car ride? Is she reading? Are you guys chatting?
A little bit of everything.
Talking peace in the Middle East or what's going on?
Yeah. So we do like, we try to do like 25 to 35% Ben Shapiro.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. We do like a little bit of that. We do a little Al Mohler, to get some theological worldview.
Yeah.
No, it just depends. Sometimes I try to be intentional with talking to her, but sometimes she'll just ask like, can we listen to a story?
Sometimes she's 6.
Yeah. Sometimes she's 6. Sometimes she wants to, we listened to 102 Dalmatians last night.
Okay.
The storyteller version of it. And we also listened to some Jayhawks music to get her excited about the pregame.
Like
These
a
are the
fight
song,
song?
you know the song, yeah. So they're gonna sing this song and then they're gonna do the Rock Chalk chant. It's gonna be so cool. You're gonna miss the whole thing, but it's fine.
You can imagine it though.
Yeah, it's gonna be so not that like it's missable for sure, Hattie.
That's cool.
Anyway, the whole thing was just a cool this is probably my favorite sporting event to go to out of all the things I love about sports, and I got to experience it with Hattie. So. Bo already the first thing he said to me when I got home or when I came home this morning, he was like, what was the final score?
Really?
He wants to come and
Cool.
go see it. And then Hattie last night was so funny, dude. This is my last thing and then we can talk about other things, but Hattie was so funny. She got home, we rehashed the whole thing with Catherine. We're like, all right, go get ready for bed, brush your teeth, go potty for 18 minutes.
Yeah.
And she came back in, and I was doing my Bible study, like my last little Bible study before Tuesday morning. And then I had the Monday Night Football game on over on the side. And she comes in, she goes, more sports? That's all there is around here. And Catherine goes, yeah, you're learning. And I just had to like look her in the eyes and be like, I love sports. But I was like, I love you a million times more, whatever. But she was so funny. Like who says these things, man?
That's all there is.
That's all there is around here.
Dad, can we get a little ballet on the TV?
Yeah.
Some fine arts?
102 Dalmatians?
History Channel?
Yeah.
Jeez, Dad.
More sports. Oh, it's so funny.
That's awesome.
So yeah,
That's
it was a
really
great
fun.
time. Yeah, we had a blast. Yep.
Let me ask you this. Hattie still in diapers?
No.
Okay. But if she was, which ones would she be in? You just thought I was an idiot.
6-year-old, like, hey, no judgment.
Hey, take your time.
She would be in Every Life diapers, brother.
Oh. That's cool to know. I was just wondering.
Just out of nowhere.
That's sweet.
Are we
Is that-
sponsored by them, or you're just asking?
I don't know. I have a few things on my mind I like to say about that company.
Okay.
I mean, I know it's a company created by parents and for parents.
Yes. Which are two great things.
I come from a set of them, and
you?
I plan to be a set of them my own.
Well, by yourself?
No.
One half.
Why did I say my own?
My own.
And I plan to do some pretty interesting stuff. And
Yeah, it's going to be wild.
pretty revolutionary.
The science they have. Yeah. I'm going to get $8,500. I'm going to do some stuff.
I'm going to go to the lab.
Yeah.
And this company that was created by parents, their mission is to provide premium diaper products for every baby. Think about that.
Okay. Oh my
It's a
God.
ton of babies.
That's
yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
Whoa.
A lot of different races.
Yes.
All over.
Absolutely.
Every baby. But they're great. I mean, I think the people who have bought Every Life diapers in our Ghostrunners Facebook page have been raving fans.
Yes.
They love them. I know you and Catherine really enjoy them.
Just changed one earlier today, brother.
How was it?
It was great.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's a quality diaper. It's not like there's going to be gadgets coming out of it. It's not like there's something like revolutionary about these diapers. They're just good. There's quality diapers with quality products, clean made, and they're also very just clean when you get them. There's no poop in the diaper.
They come brand new.
Yes,
that is nice.
Yeah.
I think ultimately Ghosties need to decide, hey, I'm already buying diapers.
Yes.
Do I want to support Johnson & Johnson, let's say? Do I want to support Big Dipe?
Yeah.
Or do I want to support Little Dipe?
Yes.
Which is Every Life.
Every Life. Yeah. I think
Great company, great people, great dipes.
yes. Well, but you have to spend full price on your first set.
That. I'm going to stop you right there, and I'm going to stop you quickly.
Okay. Real quickly.
I put a stop to that. If you use the promo code GRKC, you get 10% off your first order.
Gadzooks.
That.
That's good.
Everylife.com, GRKC. Get them while you still have a kid in diapers.
Yeah, that's right. Don't potty train and regret not having Every Life.
There you go.
Right?
And don't be in a hurry to potty train.
And you know what? If you're out there and you're like, I don't have kids, I know that most people know people that have kids who are in diapers. Give it as a gift. It'd be a great gift.
There you go. It's kind of fun.
Introduce somebody else to Every Life.
It is kind of fun to give someone a gift knowing it's extremely pragmatic. Like getting someone like toilet paper or something. It's like, I know
They're
you will
going to use it. And they're going to think of me.
Dude, what if you got someone just like a gallon of gas for Christmas? Just like, dude, just whenever you need it.
For your backup gas tank.
Yeah. Just, here's gasoline. Like, dude, great. I'll fill up my weed eater with this.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll keep this in the garage.
Right.
The lawnmower's almost out anyway.
Yes.
That's a fun gift. I should get Steve Coop gasoline. I think
would
he would
love
really
it.
appreciate that.
He would love it. And with a new tank too. He'd be excited about this new tank.
Yeah. Like a new jug too.
Oh, it's so clean. It's such a clean tank.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jake. Doesn't he have like gas?
There's certain words you say where it does kind of sound like him.
So clean.
But no, he doesn't talk like that.
Tanks, Jake. Tanks a ton, brother.
Mamma mia! Thank you, Jake.
I read this is some good gas, brother.
Top of the morning. Thank you for the gas.
Yeah. Oh, don't you know the gas? Oh man.
Okay, that's fun. Fun about all that. Fun about KU. I I decided I'm going to tell a story.
Okay.
I'm going to tell a story.
Tell it.
Guys, I have a story to tell. I'm going to make this as quick, but as entertaining as possible. And also as truthful.
Hey, don't feel like you had to go too quick. This is a
Okay.
long form podcast, is what we're calling it. We've always said that we're going to be long form. We're never going to do, little bite-sized 5-minute things.
No.
So, hey, take a break if you want to. Go get some coffee and come back for the story.
You know what?
Don't you dare feel the pressure to go fast.
I always feel the pressure to go fast.
Yeah.
But it's a podcast, so I don't
We just
maybe
need to chill. Maybe we should not. We took some productivity shot earlier.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
And maybe we just need to take some chill shots.
You're right.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell the story how it is.
I'm gonna sit back.
Relax.
Sit back, bro.
Once upon a time.
That was my Steve Coogan brother. Hey, bro, go ahead and tell that story, bro.
Yo, gasoline.
Come on, bro.
So the day is June 23rd. Me, Scott, and Isaac post our first video to our new Instagram page, Friday Pickleball. I came up with this name. I thought it was really fun. I feel like I learned my lesson a little bit on Ghostrunners, jean shorts. They're fine. They're solid. But I really wanted a company that can spread word of mouth and just a good name. Just like, I don't need to know how to spell it. I don't need to ask if it's about ghost. I don't need to ask, is your first name Gene? It's just like, okay, I get it right away. That same exact week, we see that a company also called Friday Pickleball launched on Instagram as well. And we go, holy cow, what are the odds of this?
Backfire, yeah, the generic name.
I'd had the idea for probably 3 months leading up to that of like, all right, this is what we're going to do it. Me, Scott, Isaac. It's going to be called Friday Pickleball. Just waiting for waiting to get married, waiting to go on the honeymoon. And then eventually let's do it. Like, what are the odds of this? My first thought was like, you know what? Hopefully this company, like, they go out of business in like 6 months and we just don't even have to worry about it. That's what I told Scott and Isaac, because they're like, oh, geez. And I was like, hey, we're going to be way bigger than they are. So let's just like, hopefully they fizzle out.
Yeah.
So we noticed that right away. Occasionally we would see like their Facebook ads. We'd see some ads for them. Like, dang it. All right. They're not really going away. But then in the meantime, we're crushing it. We're going viral. We're getting all these followers. And in the meantime, we're also getting offers from pretty much every paddle company in pickleball. They're reaching out. They think this is so cool. They want to work with us. 3 weeks into this, into Scott being an influencer, the guy doesn't even have Instagram. He's on the phone with the CEO of Carbon Pickleball. He's on the phone with the CEO of, Selkirk Pickleball. It's crazy. I'm trying to tell Scott and Isaac, I was like, guys, what we're doing, these conversations is wild. I didn't have a conversation with the CEO. This might be my first time, really.
Yes.
I don't know if it ever happened with jean shorts, mood swings, anything. This is crazy what's happening right now. You guys are doing it 1 month into it. And everyone's just like, it's a bidding war. Everyone wants us, and it's so fun, and it's so cool, and it's like, I feel validated. Wow, we made the right decision. Shout out Dusty from Vulcan. Started off as a ghostie. He's become a friend. Very early on, he was like, look, Vulcan, we don't have kind of the influencer budget to hire you, but I want to be like a helpful friend and an asset. And he was. And I would call Dusty and get his opinion on stuff, and he was great. And so everyone's bidding. Selkirk comes in, and not the best negotiators because they offered us twice as much money as the next closest offer.
Yeah.
Bingo. Yeah. Sure. Okay. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
And this offer, it was going to be bigger than anything I'd ever done on mood swings, anything Trey and I'd ever done together. It was crazy. We were like, let's sign this as soon as possible before they change their minds. Because this, I think they put an extra 0 on it. I think something's wrong.
Yeah.
We got to sign this ASAP.
Yes, right.
This is crazy. Of course, I still want to do it the right way, so I'm getting a lawyer involved, and he's looking at it from our behalf, and so he comes back with some notes. Selkirk takes a while to amend the contract. They're coming back to us. Okay, he's like, well, they didn't totally amend it all the way.
Yeah.
I'm the middleman. I'm going to Selkirk. Hey, I promise I want to do this ASAP, but I want to listen to this guy. She's like, totally get it. Okay, we'll go back and forth.
Yeah.
And it was September 15th, I believe. It was going to be, right halfway point in the month. Selkirk really wanted to get it signed for accounting purposes at the halfway point. They were like, this is going to be easier for us. I was like, sure, I don't need, whatever.
Oh, interesting.
Okay. It's also Friday. It's the end of the week. I'm like, let's get this done by 5 p.m. I'm like hounding this guy. I barely know. I'm like, can we really get this done? Can you sign off on this?
The Selkirk guy.
This is lawyer guy.
Your lawyer.
Selkirk had come back with the updated contract. And, at this point, we've been negotiating for 2 or 3 months. Like, we're kind of ready. Let's start getting paid for this a little bit,
Yeah.
Selkirk was offering us a very large lump sum. And then they were also offering us a CPM bonus, which I talked to Trey. I talked to Jugglin' Josh. Anyone I knew savvy in the social media industry, Josh Mayer. I'm like, have you guys ever heard of this? Like, am I missing something? They're like, dude, this sounds like the best deal of all time. Sign it as soon as you can. I was like, okay, that's what I was thinking too. Like, this is crazy. They're going to pay us per view on Instagram. They were going to pay us, I'm not going to say the lump sum they're going to pay us, but they were going to pay us $2 for every 1,000 views we got on Instagram, which I was going to be crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, what is that? If you get 1 million views, that's $2,000.
Yeah.
It's like, dude.
Yeah.
Do it. And so I'm like, hey, the lawyer, hey, by 5 p.m., we'd love to have it. Don't hear back from him. So I'm having to go back to Selkirk. Hey, I'm really sorry. I know we really want to get it signed. Hey, I didn't hear back from him, so we could try again Monday. I'm in Las Vegas that night. About 30 minutes from going on stage, I get a DM. Isaac and I both do. And it's from the Friday Pickle Paddle Company. We're like, oh yeah, I kind of forgot about those guys. He sends us a DM, really nice, really friendly, but he's like, hey, saw you guys launched merch. Now that you've done that, I feel like I should probably just let you know that I do have an active trademark on the word Friday when it comes to like paddle games or however it works. So just we should hop on the phone and just see how we want to go about this. So we're like, dang, that's kind of a bummer. Now we might have to redo the contract anyway, because it sounds like we're going to have to change our name, probably. That's probably what's going to happen. Like, we can't continue. If we ever want to sell merch, we're going to have to change our name. If we ever want to have our own brand at all, but grand scheme of things, I guess we're still pretty new at this, but man, I loved the name. Yeah. And I feel like people were starting to catch on, and we'd already sold merch, and it was a growing brand. We loved it. So
it was a little bit of a bummer, or what did you feel?
Yeah. I think it was like
a little bit of a cloud all of a sudden.
Yeah, it had been nothing but amazing news, and the sky's the limit, and we're the best, and it was like, oh, this is a bummer. I thought this company was going to go away. Not only that, but they have like a trademark, and we're going to have to start over essentially, and just not fun to feel like, oh, we have this momentum. Does it matter if we change our name? It feels like it's a bummer.
Yeah,
I really like the name. So yeah, go perform. I DM him afterwards, like, hey, let's chat Sunday, because me and Isaac and Scott were going to be together anyway, watching the Chiefs game, and we watch the Chiefs, and then we call this guy, and I wouldn't say I was like rude by any means, but I was also like not my friendliest self, trying to like kind of figure this guy out. Like, does he even have an actor trademark? Is this guy a real deal? Is this guy even sold a paddle, or is this all just like blowing smoke, trying to get us to waver and back down? Well, this guy is the nicest guy in the world on the phone. He's so friendly. He's the one with the trademark. He's the one who could be giving us a cease and desist if he wanted to. He could be the one who could be rude and threaten to sue, whatever he wanted to do. And he's the one coming in like, honestly, it's fun to talk to you guys, because I really like your stuff, and you guys seem like good guys, and I want to find a good solution for both of us here. He's like, and maybe a solution is partnering up.
Yeah.
And so, we were not prepared to partner up when we went into that conversation, me, Scott, and Isaac, but I was kind of like,
you were prepared to go to bat instead.
Yeah, we were prepared to like stand up for ourselves and give as little information as possible, and whatever. And so then we're like, okay, well, just FYI, and I was very transparent with him. I was like, this is the offer we have in place from Selkirk, and thinking he'd be like, oh my gosh, okay, never mind, go do that. And he kind of didn't bat an eye on it. He kind of was like, okay, all right, we can make some work. We're, internally, I think we're like, oh my gosh, what? He seems like that could work. And so we continue talking to him. We continue having conversations. And basically, a lot of negotiating since then, a lot of, oh man, the people pleaser in me. Like, basically, it just seems like, do we want to go with this Friday brand? Like, hold on, I'm getting ahead of myself. I have no notes. I don't know why my computer's up. I have nothing written down.
Doing great.
We learned on the phone with this guy that this guy's a stud. I think he's younger than me and Scott. He's 27 or something, but absolute stud. He has done over $100 million in sales on the first company he did, purely online. Okay. E-commerce only, $100 million. They just launched in Target. And we're like, well, that is good from what I know. Yeah. I've seen Shark Tank, and that seems solid.
Yeah.
And so that was his first company. He graduated from Yale. He just seems like just the stud of a guy. It's so nice. And he's like, and pickleball is kind of just my fun other company, but it's taking off. He's telling us the numbers they're doing in sales. They've like doubled or tripled every month since they started. We're like, dude, this thing looks like he's going to blow it wide open. He knows e-commerce. We know content. how fun could it be to like actually merge together? Like,
Right.
when have you seen something like this happen? Like, it just seems like it's a really cool mesh of talents and skills. And so we had a decision to make, because his offer was basically like, hey, I'll give you about half as much cash, but I'll give you equity in this company that's brand new but growing. And so I was like, do we want to turn down this crazy, crazy deal from Selkirk, but kind of better ourselves a little bit, bet on this company as well? And so going back and forth a lot and trying to decide. And in the meantime, Selkirk hit me up Monday, 9 a.m. All right, let's do this thing. And I'm going, hey, so a lot has happened over the weekend.
Yeah.
I hated making that phone call, but I feel like
Really?
it was the way my parents raised me. I know that my dad would appreciate it. Like I actually, I hit them up first. The first thing Monday morning, I was like, hey, we need to talk. I want to tell you guys. And I was fully transparent with them. Like, I was not trying to use your offer as leverage. I didn't know about this company. I could show you the DM I got at 6:30 p.m. on Friday. I was ready to sign it.
Yeah.
I had it initialed, everything. And I feel like they somewhat understood, but they were somewhat like, we think you're making a terrible decision.
Oh,
kind of
really?
thing too. Yeah.
They didn't just say like, well, you gotta do what you gotta do for you, kind of thing.
They're kind of like, we think you're going to be back. We think you're making the wrong decision, and we'll see you in 6 months, kind of thing. And
if that's the case, then great. I'll see you in 6 months.
okay, best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Get both.
Yeah.
But yeah, ultimately, to sum up the kind of last part of the story, we end up going with this guy, and so it's been kind of cool. Like, all of a sudden, we're the same company. These paddles are our paddles now, kind of. It's been interesting trying to word it to people. Like, what are those paddles? Oh, they're this cool company. Saw on Instagram, or they're kind of ours. I don't know how to word it. It's like, did we get bought out? Did we merge? Did we sell? I don't know what happened.
Well, you have equity. So therefore
we're
it is
like,
your company.
Yeah, we're like part owners in this paddle manufacturing company.
Yeah.
Who would have thought? So yeah, I feel like people have been buying the paddles. People have been seeing Scott in the ads recently. So that's why I've been seeing Scott. It's part of it. Like, we are all in on this company because we are part owners now. So we're doing Facebook ads for him. We're trying to do anything we can and trying to make Black Friday. Friday's in the name. We got to do Black Friday stuff.
Sure.
Trying to
look
sell our
behind
paddles.
A Black Friday pickleball paddle.
Black Friday.
Yeah. Talk a little bit about, I mean, if you're comfortable with this.
Thanks for letting me talk, everyone. Appreciate it.
Sure. Oh, it's very,
Long
very
story.
exciting. No, it's crazy. Like, all the back and forth, and
it was such a cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you gonna say?
no, it's been very interesting. Like, watching the whole like progression of pickleball brands, and how, you're kind of doing something that is very rare in the pickleball space. Like, there's not very many people having channels like you. So, like, you were such a commodity. Like, it's
It was crazy.
Everyone was like, "We'll do this for you." Well, whatever. But talk about like the actual like manufacturing. I don't know, just if you want to talk about numbers, you can, but just like the idea of how pickleball paddles get made. From what I understand, it's like most of them are pretty much the same paddle, more or less, right? Like, is that what you kind of have? That's what I kind of remember you telling me.
Yeah, it seems like there's a few different places in China that make paddles, and you kind of just choose which one you want.
Yeah.
Matt, he's the guy who started the Friday Pickle paddle brand. He was kind of he got into pickleball, and he's obviously developed a lot of talent and skill when it comes to e-commerce and manufacturing, supply chain, logistics. He starts looking into pickleball paddle industry. And he's like, oh my gosh, these are so cheap to make. These big guys are charging how much? Okay, there's an opportunity here.
Sure.
And so that's what he's done, is like, these paddles. So we know this is the same paddle that's being sold by another company for $200. And so we're selling them 2 for $99. And so, we're not making nearly as much on the paddle, but I think people are so satisfied. They're like, this is a crazy deal.
Yeah.
I can't believe how good of a paddle it is, for how affordable it is. And hopefully trying to disrupt the market a little bit. Like, these paddles don't need to be that expensive. It'd be like if a ping pong paddle costs $100. You're like, I don't think that's I think it's wood with a little rubber on it.
Yeah.
I think this could be done cheaper.
Yeah.
So, trying to disrupt the market there and hopefully kind of educate people. Like, you don't have to pay $300 for these.
Yeah.
We are trying to come out with a more of a premium, like, pro line. But even that, I mean, I think we're going to charge $129 for that. For like a top-notch paddle.
Yeah.
Someone else would charge $300 for it. Scott's been loving it. He's been really helpful on the R&D side.
He knows all the science behind it all, right?
Exactly. Even from his job at Hostess and DFA, he knows like about packaging and thermoforming and these weird sciences of the paddle that him and Matt can talk about. And so, Scott's been geeking out and been loving, like, Scott gets to basically build his perfect paddle, and then Matt goes out and gets it, basically from his relationships in China.
Yeah.
So it's pretty sweet. And just like Matt occasionally will send us videos of just like what his manufacturer in China is sending him. And it's like, dude, China's awesome. This is pretty crazy what they're doing over there.
There you go.
This is sweet. But yeah, they're just recently got USA pickleball approved, tournament ready.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Is that what that one says?
Get some for
USA
Black
Pickleball
Friday.
Approved.
Yeah.
Oh, literally. Cool.
So,
what's the website? Friday.
dude, I think it's just FridayPickle.com. Go to the Friday Pickleball Instagram link in bio. That supports us a little
There you
bit more.
go. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Yeah,
Click through on there.
go to our link.
Yeah.
Anywhere Friday Pickleball. So anyway, I know it's a long story, not really humor to it, but definitely a cool
No, it's a life
moment.
update, yeah.
And it was fun. Just like that weekend, especially just thinking, or I guess the weeks afterwards, just like this feels like something special here. Like knowing how ready I was to sign that document. The
Yeah.
coolest, most fun document I was prepared to sign in my life, maybe.
Yeah.
And then an hour and a half later, just getting a total 180, totally flipped. And like, what's going to happen now?
Right.
And it really felt like, is this a God thing? If nothing else, it's a serendipitous thing. It's really cool. It's really unique. Something tells me that happened for a reason. We need to double down on this and like
Yeah.
better ourselves and just see where it goes.
Yeah. You were in Vegas, so you had to double down.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If I'm not in Vegas, I don't know if that deal goes down that way.
Yeah. Like Milwaukee, it's like,
Let's play it safe.
I don't know. Bucks won.
And I want more bucks. Let's
Yeah.
go with Selkirk.
Yeah, that's right. They're all about the Bucks here. So, yeah, man. Well, I'm pumped for you guys. It'll be fun to see. Because whenever you guys were going through the process for all this, like figuring out who to sign with, you guys met with Scott's friend, who is really big in e-commerce.
That's a good point.
And Scott's friend was like, "You guys shouldn't sign with somebody. You guys should just make your own brand." And you guys were all like, "I don't want to do that. I don't want to mess with that. I don't have the time for that." And then you kind of found somebody. Like, it's just a perfect marriage of everything.
Yeah, this guy is like some e-commerce expert as well. We met with him. Yeah, he's like, dude, just make your own. Because if they're going to give you that much money, they're making more than that off of you. And I was like, I don't doubt that you're wrong, but I know how to make viral videos. I don't know how to manufacture products kind of thing. I was like, maybe later we do this.
Right.
And he's like, well, maybe what you do is you try to find the right partner, someone who is an expert e-commerce. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
but how am I going to do that?
Where am I going to find one of those?
Yeah.
And then a month later, he comes knocking on our DM. So
Yeah.
a really perfect blend. We're really excited. The business is doing really well. And yeah, I think Scott, Isaac, and I are all just like so pumped and just like can't believe this is such a big part of our lives. And 2024, we're definitely going to schedule out way more time to make it more part of our livelihood. Because this is, decent income all of a sudden.
Absolutely. It's like this huge opportunity.
Yeah. I think Scott and Isaac are especially pumped to like, could I maybe stop doing what I am doing, my real job, my, whatever, and start working on more the paddle side of this, the manufacturing side, the customer service side, whatever it is. Like, just make this their whole life.
I know.
Fun.
It's crazy, man.
All right, that's it. I'm done talking.
This has been long form podcast.
That was Jake tells a long story as fast as he can.
You did great.
Thanks. It was fun.
Timon.
Yeah.
Hi, brother.
Hey, how's it
How
going?
are you? I feel like we haven't really included Timon.
Yeah,
today.
well, he made a mistake last week.
Yeah. Okay, you're right. So yeah, let's talk about the mistake and let's talk about the video.
Timon's video.
The video, I mean, I posted just a snippet of it on our Facebook and that's got like 200 likes. Something crazy, man. Everyone loves
It
Timon.
wasn't even the good stuff.
It wasn't even the funny part.
It wasn't.
Yeah, on our YouTube last week, do you even know what happened?
I think it was literally just like something with my software. It just messed up.
Okay. So it is whose software? Your software? Okay. I really didn't know if it was like
So nothing with like the studio or Brad and I's voices or our image and likeness, nothing.
no.
It was on your end. Okay.
on you. Okay. And the crazy thing is like Timon, don't look now, but like if you go back in that closet behind you, we have a camera for you that we were going to set up. And, like, don't test me on that. Like it's back there, I promise. We were going to set it up for this week, and
It was going to be really cool because this is, we haven't talked about it, but this is Brad's birthday episode. It's Brad's
Yes.
birthday. We're listening to this.
Yeah, happy birthday, Brad.
And I was going to do this fun prank like, hey, I got Brad something.
Yeah.
Timon, reach in the closet. See, we got Brad. Ipso facto, Uno reverse card. It's camera
Yep.
for you.
But
First shall be last, last shall be first.
not
Happy
anymore,
birthday,
Timon.
Yeah, not anymore.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Yeah. So, yeah, but it was not a huge deal. I think it was like 3 minutes on
3
YouTube
minutes.
where it just glitched out.
It's just
Yeah.
frozen.
And then it came back, which is very interesting that it just like glitched out for a second.
I do not know what happened.
I think it's got to be just like a Premiere export or something.
If I used Premiere, it would be.
Oh,
Oh.
that.
Yeah.
Whoa.
See,
I was
my-
saying your
it's my software.
Your export was not, it did not do a Premiere job.
No,
That's all I
yeah,
was
yeah,
saying. Yeah.
It did not do a Friday pickleball job. So Anyway,
It's a phony phrase. Let's just say it did not do a Friday pickleball.
Yeah. Hey, be the Friday pickleball of the world. So anyway, yeah, I mean, a few people were commenting on it, and that's how obviously we noticed it.
Yeah.
And then I texted, I was like, Timon, you should jokingly do like a really short like press conference, like pretend like fielding some questions.
It was a great idea.
Yeah. And initially I was, of course, hindsight, of course, Timon's going to just
I know.
do it like he's doing it.
We were on
Like,
the same page. Like, Timon, just spend 5 minutes.
I
on
texted
it.
him. I was like, do not take more than 10 minutes on this, Timon. Like, this is not a scheduled day that you're working for us. Like, I don't want you to like go above and beyond. The dude doesn't know how to not go above and beyond.
Yeah, of course. He's like, hey, maybe I get some voice memos from you guys.
Yeah.
Maybe we add that in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Knock that out. An hour and a half later, he comes back to us with, definitely filmed on a camera, maybe some lighting involved. There's
100%
graphics
some lighting
in
involved.
there.
You got some great aperture in the background. Ed.
We got fake microphones.
Yep.
I was so mesmerized with how you shot it because it looks like it was all in one take, but I was like, there's no way that he could have like timed out the voice memos to know when he was done talking. Like, how'd you do this? And he's like, oh yeah, I had a Word document up that told me how long the voice memos were and what the questions were. Just time and just going all out. So check it out on Patreon.
I happened to have my horses shirt. I had like for the first time ever put on like that horses shirt that someone like gave you and then me. So that was just fun timing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was an amazing minute and a half video of him fielding some questions.
Try 250.
Try 250?
I think so.
Patreon.com/Ghostrunners.
No way.
Go look at Timon. Yeah, people loved it. They were just like, we need more Timon on Patreon.
Yes.
This is Timon's way of getting on camera.
Yeah, that was funny. Like, Timon, we see you finally made an excuse to get on camera. It's like, we asked him to, so.
It's funny people saying like, make more mistakes, Timon. Like,
This is awesome.
Yeah. Somebody did comment and they were like, the audio was glitching or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
And I went back and looked and I didn't, at least on Spotify.
That
it wasn't
worried me.
glitching.
I was like, wait a second. Like,
Yeah.
Well, did you see someone reply to that? And they were like, were
Bring
you
it
listening on
down.
Apple Podcasts? Because Spotify sounded just fine. She's like, I was listening to Apple Podcasts.
Oh, interesting.
Which that's why I stopped listening to it like 3 years ago. Every now and then it would just like rewind. Like I didn't touch anything. Why did it just go backwards?
I've had an issue lately when I'm listening to podcasts on my lock screen these days. It's real easy to scroll still. Like you can
Oh, you scroll ahead an hour.
or backwards. I'm like, oh man, they need to have a button that's like last
Command Z on
Yeah.
a phone.
something.
does the shake to undo work for that? Probably not.
Not for a lock screen
You'd
swipe.
look like an idiot trying to
Surely.
do that.
Go back to where it was.
Shake to undo is also just like, it needs to be a lot more subtle than it is. Don't you
Oh,
think?
yeah. You feel like you got to like really.
You're like, yeah, you
shake
accidentally
weight it. Oh, I just
missed
deleted
the
all
words,
that.
Like, shoot. You're in public, just like shaking your phone like a
I'm
dingus.
trying to get an iMessage back.
Yeah.
I feel like there's been a time where it's like so many times in a row it was so annoying, and then I finally like turned it off. Then there was one thing I just like could not undo, and I was like, shoot, like I think I like deleted a whole. It was like I had a whole quotes file on notes, like just like funny quotes from people.
Oh,
I accidentally selected it all and somehow deleted it, and I could not undo it.
Dude.
Lost that all. It was sad.
You couldn't undo. There's no other like option to undo it.
could not
as
find
far as
anything.
you know.
Yeah.
That is a bummer.
And I had like just turned off shake to undo because it was like, oh, it's so annoying. I keep accidentally doing it.
They should do some other version of shake to undo. Like
Maybe an undo button.
wink to undo.
you're already looking at me anyway.
Yeah.
Face ID.
Like that'd be so much more subtle. Like Timon just deletes all his livelihood of quotes and he's so bummed and he's just like, no problem. You know?
Or my Dwight and Michael.
Yeah, lick your
Shoot.
lips.
There we go. It's back.
yeah.
I got my quotes.
For whatever reason, I wink at my kids a lot. Like just like when I'm like kind of like, hey, I love you. And Rosie's starting to try to wink back. And
Oh,
it's so
cool.
cute. I mean, she'll just like scrunch her eyes and smile. It's so cute.
Like Timon without his contacts.
Pretty much just like that.
Jeff peanut butter.
Yeah, wink to undo. Yeah, maybe blow a kiss to undo. What else?
Like it's got the, what do they call it? The accelerometer in there. Like it knows the orientation of your phone at all times.
Yeah, figure eight to undo.
Figure eight to undo. Or maybe just like a chin. Bottom of it to your chin.
Oh yeah,
Because that's not happening on accident. That is like,
I was gonna say, it's so
messed
funny,
up.
it's so funny if
but
it's
I-
something that you're doing on accident. It's just like blink to undo. It's like,
yeah.
I mean, you're just on your phone all the way, just like,
oh, shoot.
Yeah.
This is
Not
important
blinking.
text. I got to leave
Oh
the eyes open
boy.
here.
Oh no, I highlighted all my quotes. I gotta get out of here. Yeah, that's good.
Better keep my contacts in.
That's right.
Don't squint.
Do not squint. Okay. Daylight savings was this past week.
Yeah, how'd the kids do?
Not great. It was an interesting day. I think I talked about a little bit on all-time quarterback, but like the kids didn't sleep super well. Like they didn't take naps very well. First of all, Hattie and Rosie, share a room. They woke up at 7 a.m., which is not crazy, but normally they sleep into like 7:30 or so. But 7 a.m. was like 8 a.m. normally, so it's like, okay, they're doing all right. Didn't sleep great in the afternoon though, because Rosie was down for like 30 minutes, and then Bo had a hard time like going down for a nap, so he's screaming, wakes up Rosie. Bummer time. And then Rosie poops, and we change her every life diaper, and
Rosie
couldn't-
poop.
yeah, she wouldn't go back down for a nap. Catherine decides to go on a 2.5-hour walk with Rachel, so it's just Big Daddy and the kids, which is fine. It really, truly was. But man, like at one point, every single one of the different kids like had a meltdown of some sort. But some great quotes came from it, specifically from Hattie Louise Ellis. So I want to share those with you now.
Cool.
First of all, at church that morning, apparently they were walking into like their main area where all the kids meet. They call it Kid Street. And Kid Street had like water like flowing down from the ceiling.
Oh.
Like just something, apparently 3 weeks in a row now, kind of a drama in the church. Somebody has gone into the women's restroom and stuffed a bunch of paper towels down the toilet and like clogged the toilet.
Oh,
Yeah.
sad.
Sad in the women's room too. Like
Yeah.
at least make it boys that are doing it.
Come on, boys.
So really
Weird.
intrigued by who's
Okay. Got a
clogging.
classic whodunit.
Yes, classic whodunit. And so because of that bathroom above them, all this water was like just flowing down.
Kids River.
And so all of a sudden they couldn't meet in their normal place. They had to go somewhere else. Not a huge deal, but Hattie that was her first thing she told me when she got home. And so anyway, that happened. And then I forget what other thing happened. And then she's outside with Bo and Rosie that afternoon. It's a beautiful day. I'm like cleaning up inside. So I like basically locked them outside. I was like, don't come inside. Don't come inside unless you have to go to the bathroom or something. Or if it's Bo, he'll just go in the yard. And so they're out there with their little snack. They got a little snack cup, almonds, cranberries. Each of them have their own. And Rosie, it's just Rosie. She's just, I don't know, not obnoxious, but just like handsy and like doesn't always understand like that's not a good idea. So just took Hattie's bowl of snacks and just dumped it on the ground. And
Gosh.
it was one of those times where Hattie was a little bit sleep deprived, a little bit whatever, and daylight savings kind of messing with her maybe, I don't know. But she just starts like getting real upset about it. And she says, I am just having the worst luck today. And then she like listed it all off. She's like, first the pipe at Kid Street. And
That's
then
her
this.
problem.
And I could kind of hear her out there like saying all this stuff. And then so she like goes and like sulks on one of the like dining chairs outside that we have on our deck and adequate deck. And she's just like lying there just so sad. And then Bo, is coming up with whatever apparatus he's using as a sword and like banging on the fire pit next to her kind of
Jeez.
thing and just trying to like play with her. Come on, Hattie. Come on, Hattie. Let's go play. and Hattie just looks up from her tears and she just goes, can't I just have, what did she say? Can't I just have one moment of peace? I'm like, how old are you? Who are you?
That's hilarious. I bet she meant that too.
She did,
Like, Bo, enough with the swords.
Like, she is so sweet and so like accommodating and like so understanding of like Rosie most of the time and so sweet to Bo. But every once in a while, I think she's getting like this dramatic streak.
She's had
in her.
enough.
Like every once in a while, Bo and her argue. The other day, they were arguing over like sharing a blanket. And, all of a sudden, Hattie just couldn't take it anymore. She like didn't scream at him, but just like screamed at the situation and just like huffed and puffed away. I was like, oh man. Yeah, she just walked back to her room crying and like shut the door. And I was like, this is a little preview of teenage Hattie. And I do
Really?
not like it. Just cut it off at the source as much as I can. I'm like, I'll go in there right away and be like, you can't do that. I understand you're sad, but you can't do that.
Yeah, that's good.
Anyway.
What did you say anything to her after she asked Bo for a moment of peace? You just kind of let him.
I did go out there and I was like, hey, what's going on? Because I didn't know exactly what was going on. And that's when she kind of like, once again, kind of rehashed all the hard
My
things that
bad
were going
luck.
on. Yeah. First this and then that and then, because earlier, even before that, Rosie, I had let her have some dessert from your house, those nerds that Rachel from the Halloween candy. And she was, Hattie's just such a sweet oldest child. It's like rationing out her nerds, like eating them little by little, trying to like make it last for like 3 hours in this little box of nerds. And Rosie came up and just dumped those out too. And so it's like, first the nerds are on. So anyway, it was one of those times where like 7 o'clock hit, which is when we have our nap or our bedtime, and they were pushing into bed. Like I didn't even read Hattie a story. Like I was like, you're going straight to bed tonight.
That's easy at that point, I guess. They're that exhausting.
Yeah.
That was fun when they came over the day after Halloween and trick-or-treated.
Yes.
They dressed up, came over here, gave me some candy, and it was fun. I feel like it gave Rachel and I an opportunity to have a good conversation because Bo had just flipped a switch and just had a tantrum on the way out.
Yeah, you witnessed that.
It was crazy.
Probably from afar. Yeah, you were like, okay.
He went from like so shy, like, which I think he's starting to be less shy around us. I don't know, but maybe it's because he's in our home or something, but couldn't really get him to talk to us or, couldn't get him to talk about candy or anything, but like, all right, we got to go. And he just wouldn't.
He wouldn't obey.
He just like wouldn't leave, wouldn't pick up binoculars and just loses it.
Yeah.
And then we were watching from the window. Dude, he lost it to another degree out there.
Oh, yeah.
To the point I started recording because it was funny, and then it started being not funny. But at one point, you were just dragging him.
Yeah, did you see me? I mean, I hope that I'm never
walking away, dragging.
Like I'm gonna do curls for the rest of my life just so I can never not just like manhandle my children.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it was like, okay, if you're not gonna come, I'm just gonna pick you up and I'm just gonna drag you all the way home. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like whatever it takes.
It was a fascinating case study to watch because Hattie just could not be bothered. Just like, Bo's having just a wild tantrum, but look at these leaves. Just kind of walking around the yard and just kind of watching Bo and just waiting for him to be done. And
right.
Yeah, he was losing over just carrying binoculars.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where it's like, as a dad, you try to pick those battles a little bit of like, okay, but it's like, I know that Catherine like chooses like to discipline him, for those things and disobeying all the time. And I'm like, okay, the one time I have with him and he's disobeying me, I gotta do this.
Yeah.
We have to stay consistent, and he's getting better, but he's still, a punk sometimes. Yeah, because it was literally like I think he had his candy bag, and then he had. Was it binoculars? Is that what it was? And
no, he just had like he had like, his bag in one hand and just one single piece of candy in the other hand. He's like, my hands are full.
Yeah. He's like, I can't hold it. I want you to hold it. And I was like, no.
Just put the candy in the bag.
Like you're responsible. You brought it over here. You have to bring it back kind of thing. And I could have easily just been the nice dad. It's like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'll grab
okay. Yeah. Or just like, I was trying to like give him solution. I was like, put the binoculars in the bag.
Easy.
Put the candy in the
He's
bag.
like, there's no room.
Yeah, I can't. Like, and that's when it just gets irrational. And it's just like, and who's in charge? Are you in charge or am I in charge? You know? And eventually I did just give in to him, quote unquote, but then he had consequences when we got home kind of thing. I was like, fine, I'm not worried. I'm dragging you home and we're dealing with this when we get home. So
I'm going to show you the binoculars now.
yeah, that's right. You're going to be, peering into those things.
But it was fun. It gave Rachel, like after Bo left, we were just like, what would you do there?
Yeah.
How do you, what is your inclination of like how to react to like a tantrum like that? And it was fun. We got a good conversation.
Yeah. Do you think like one of you is going to be more strict than the other?
It's so hard to know anything about parenting without one. At least that's my thought is like, let's not even have too much discourse on this. Like we're going to find out once we get there.
Because I don't feel like you're like super controlling, but I think you don't like when things get messed up. When you're like, that doesn't make sense. Why are you doing this? Like, whereas I think Rachel's more just like, I don't know, this is the situation, so here we are. Whereas you're like, I don't understand. We did all the exact same things, but yet the outcome is different. And that bothers me.
Definitely more analytical and like if this, then that. But I feel like Rachel has studied enough of like adolescence and everything like that. She helps me like understand like, logic is not going to work. Stuff like this is not going to work. So I'll definitely lean on her for a little bit. But at the same time, too, it's like, what if, all that goes out when I do have a kid? Because I'm able to understand, like, I'm not going to reason with him. You just need to figure out a solution or you need to figure out consistency or discipline, whatever it looks like. So eager to find out. But, who knows?
Timon, as I know you're the second oldest, but I feel like you're kind of the oldest. Whatever. Not the oldest, but like you're on the upper tier in your family. Did you just get used to your kids or your kids, your siblings just having tantrums around you?
Yeah.
Like you were saying, like Hattie was just like, oh, this is fun.
He's screaming.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Totally normal.
Really?
Yeah.
You would just be like, yeah, whatever. I'm just going to be chilling over here to the side. Nice. Yeah.
No reason to get involved.
Just go play with my sister over here.
Unless I'm like babysitting, I'm the one that has to get involved.
Right.
But,
Yeah.
Jeez. Was there one sibling who was like, I don't know, just either the best or the worst at like those situations?
I feel like I wouldn't know as well as like my parents probably would, but like
Let's hope.
I feel like maybe I think my younger sister Alice was pretty like when she was like 5, like 3, 4, 5. She had like a lot of tantrums and like a lot of just like irrational stubbornness.
Yeah.
And I think I did too, though. I'm pretty sure when I was young. I
Really?
remember some just like moments, some vivid moments of just like I was so convinced that this was just like I don't know. I was just a stubborn kid. I still can be, but yeah.
I think we all are. I mean, to an extent, you know, but then hopefully you get through it. So we're kind of seeing it. We're kind of seeing Bo like get through the other side. He's super, super helpful. Like just
that's cool.
Yesterday, Catherine overheard, like Catherine was going to make dinner, I think. And she overheard, like she was working on something in the dining room. And she overheard Bo say to Hattie, "Oh, mom's making dinner. Let's go see if she needs help."
Oh, cool,
Like
Bo.
just like, trying to help out in that regard. Or maybe it was mom's cleaning the deck. I don't know what she was doing, but doing something. Like, let's go see if she needs help. Like,
wow,
that's so sweet.
That's
so thoughtful. So he's definitely very good at helping right now and eager to help. So, and he feels like, I feel like he's going to be a engineer or some kind of like type A kind of guy.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because he's like also such a rough and tumble kid. But like, those magnetile, are you a magnetile guy, Timon? Do you know what those are, Jake?
no.
Do you know what they are?
Like mag formers? That's what I know.
Maybe like the square pieces that have magnets on all sides and you like connect them together.
Ooh.
It's really cool. Like, so I don't know, maybe Bo's just normal in this, but he's 3 years old and he's making these awesome creations out of them. Like these like cool, like buildings with like awesome, like
That's cool.
roofs and stuff. And I'm
Gotta
like,
check him out sometime.
and he's just like a prodigy over there. Just like put it together like it's nothing. And I'm like, how'd you do that? So between that and like he's also very like meticulous with his like these are where my boots go. You know, that's not where my dinosaurs go. My dinosaurs go in that thing. You know, like so he's a little bit more like that minded,
analytical and rational.
whereas Hattie is so messy, which is interesting.
I could learn some things from Bo.
Yeah, maybe so. I don't know. And I was kind of that way too. I liked my stuff organized and
Order.
everything. So
Yeah.
I respect that in Bo. Yeah.
Good for Bo.
Anyway, fun times with parenting and trick or treating and seeing like he didn't get candy that day. I'll tell you that much.
No, he did not.
He did not get to reap his reward. I ate all of
deserve
them.
it.
No, not really.
Let's talk about Mature Roasters real quick.
Please.
They're back with another episode sponsoring us, which is very nice of them. So if you guys like coffee, if you know somebody who does like coffee, MatureRoasters.com is where I would say to get it.
Yes.
That's what I'd recommend.
I've really been, they sent us some Christmas flavors. One of them is the holiday blend. I haven't tried the other two yet, but the holiday blend is very good. I think it says it has hints of caramel, fudge, and something else. The fudge is what or maybe it's just chocolate and fudge or something. Fudge. That's what I had for the Chiefs game. It's what I'm always going to just enjoy. I had 2 cups. I was like, that's so good. I'm having another.
Double cupping.
I'm double cupping this thing. So they are the drink of winners, Chiefs.
There you go. Go to MatureRoasters.com. You can go to our coffee, merch, other coffee products, mugs, things they sell in store. You can also private label your own coffee. Kind of fun.
Yeah.
Put your name on it. They got great customer service, family-oriented, Midwest folks. MatureRoasters.com. Promo code is GRKC.
Boom, boom.
Well, that's nice.
Yep.
What do you want to talk about, Brad?
Let's see. I just wrote down this. The cash readers these days. You know what I'm talking about? Like the things that take your cash. Like the...
Like
like an
vending
ATM?
machine.
Yeah, like vending machine. It could be
Okay.
at an ATM, but like, more commonly, I feel like growing up, we use them in vending machines. and
Okay,
stuff.
I understand now.
I think they are amazing, like leaps and bounds better than we were when we were kids.
They've gotten better.
And it's too bad because I feel like cash is becoming more and more irrelevant. But the other day, I had a crumpled up bill, $20 bill.
Oh.
Put it in there at Lowe's, and it just took this thing like it was nothing.
You're right. I feel like middle school, high school, it had to come straight from the mint.
You were like
for this thing to take
You were
it.
pressing it. You had to get an iron out sometimes.
Yeah, steamer.
Yeah. Like seriously, do you remember like sometimes
yeah.
it wouldn't work and so you take it on push it on the vending machine and like
I would rub it up against.
yes, dude. Or just be like, "Hey, do you have $1 and I'll just give you this $1."
You have a good dollar? Mine's like nasty. in like the face of the president had to be up and it had to be a certain orientation
Yes.
sometimes.
Now you can just like fold it in like an origami and put it in.
Yeah, I think you just toss. It's like a trash can. You just toss it in there and it knows by the weight of it. It knows the serial number. Tommy, do you remember a time where dollar bills had to be picky?
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
okay.
Really?
I mean, yeah, I feel like vending machines, I barely ever use cash anymore.
Excuse me?
I mean, I don't use vending machines that much anymore.
Sure.
Bitcoin
But-
only.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I remember a lot of times just like taking it against like the corner of a wall or something where like the vending
Exactly,
machine
yeah.
just like,
Swivel it.
So anyway, just a random thought the other day that I had, getting some lawn bags for the old casa.
Oh, yeah. We have those. When are we allowed to set those out? What day? With
I
trash
don't
day?
know. You can probably Google it. I have no idea.
I will.
That's a good question. I have no idea.
Okay.
Probably with trash. Try it with trash. Try with trash.
Try.
Try with trash.
And
See
we'll
what
just
happens. Yeah.
Tomorrow. Rachel, this past week, I think it was last Friday, got in the car with little Celia O'Brien,
Yes.
which is fun. You know,
Ghost.
very famous ghosty.
Yep.
Ended up moving to Kansas City. He's become friends with all of us.
Coming to Gulf Shores.
Ghostrunners Getaway.
Could be with you.
Possibly you.
She's going to both sessions too. So no matter what, she's coming when you're coming, if you're coming.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
They hop in the car, go to Lawrence, Kansas to go visit Sarah Ming.
Did it take them a year to get there? And then
And a
another month to walk?
But yeah, fun that they all did that. And like, I think they went shopping, went to a coffee shop. Sarah Ming, also previous attendee of Ghostrunners Getaway.
Also, attendee of next year's as well.
Yeah.
Boing.
And Rachel's telling me a story. They were in some coffee shop, I think. Yeah, I think coffee shop. And they see this like really old guy just there, just chilling by himself.
Yeah.
And they were like, man,
Just staring at the wall.
yeah, I think it was like that poor old guy. He just looks lonely. And I think it was just like, it became a topic of conversation. Like, look at that old guy. He looks so sweet. And, but then I think some guys, I'm forgetting the story exactly, but some guys in suits
One
potentially.
guy was in a suit and one guy was in like athletic clothes, I think.
Oh, you know the story?
Oh, yeah.
How do you know the story?
Because my wife just spends time with your wife these days for 5 hours at a time going on walks while
Yeah.
their kids are struggling through daylight savings. And I'm not bitter about it at all. I can do it all day. It's fine. I'm a good dad.
They were supposed to go on another walk yesterday with Hattie, and there's like, oh, I guess Hattie's going to the KU game, so no walk.
Yeah. Sorry. No, go ahead.
Either
Yeah.
way,
One guy was in a suit from what I understand, and the other guy was in like nicely dressed athletic, like KU stuff.
yeah, this guy's not alone anymore. Okay, great. They overhear, I think the old guy, classic speakerphone, talking really loudly. It says, this is Dana. This is Dana, you know, whatever. And so like, all right, his name's Dana. So then they start looking like, I don't know why they thought to do this exactly, maybe because of the KU, you know, athletic gear.
I think he had some cool KU shoes on. Let me tell you the story. I'm just kidding.
you were basically there.
This is what Catherine told me. So go ahead.
That's impressive. Third hand. And so they start Googling like KU, you know, athletics, Dana.
Yeah.
What pops up is like the greatest donor to KU athletics of all time. This is like probably the richest guy that they'll ever be near or come in contact
Yeah.
with.
Yeah.
His name is Dana Anderson. And just like a couple years ago or something, maybe last year, he gave $10 million to KU. And over the course of his lifetime has given $40 million to KU.
Yeah.
That's such a fortune
Yeah.
to just give away.
Yeah.
That's not even to charity.
No.
That's to an that's
Public university. Yeah. They're already taking tax dollars from us.
I just could not comprehend that. He had given $40 million away.
Is that how much it is?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Catherine told me the story. She's like, do you know who Dana Anderson is? I was like, yeah.
Really? You know him?
Oh, yeah. He's in the documentary, that 30 for 30 that KU does, where they go by the.
He's the point guard.
No, yeah. KU, there's like the original rules of basketball are for sale. And this guy goes around trying to raise money to bid on it, basically. And goes to Dana Anderson's house. And Dana, he actually says no. Or
Really?
he says like, that would be great. We need it here. I don't have the money, or I'm not going to do that, or something like
Really?
that. I think maybe he helps get to the last person, but I don't think he does. I think because Booth is like the one that really has donated a lot of money to KU.
Guy named Booth, huh?
Yeah, David Booth is like
James
the
Wilkes.
guy, but Dana Anderson is like up there. But I don't think Dana Anderson even has anything like named after him. Like whereas like the Booth Hall of Athletics, or Booth Hall of Fame.
Wow. You got to get more than $10 million a year to get named after
or
you.
maybe he does have like as I know he's like donated to the football stadium, he's donated to the baseball. So like
I saw that Dana donated to the business school.
Maybe
that's named after him.
Yeah, I think he's a big financial guy. But Isaac McDonald's calling me.
Oh. Nah. Price spam.
It's about woodworking stuff probably. So.
But yeah, I thought that was interesting. I just couldn't believe it. The more I'm reading about this guy, I was like, that's so cool that you were there. It's so funny. Like that poor old guy.
Right.
Oh, he's here by himself. And
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like the richest guy. I mean, it's hard to fathom if that's what you're giving away.
Yeah.
How much money are you worth?
Yeah.
And also just to give it to the school you graduated from.
Dude, people are crazy about their schools.
A lot of pride in
Absolutely.
where you spent 4 years. Holy cow. How much money have you given to KU or K-State?
0.
Is it 0? I've also given 0 to KU and K-State.
$36 for parking.
Inconvenience fee.
Let's see. We spent like $17 on concessions. Dude, guess whatever. You're not going to guess because you're like, whatever. It was $37 to buy this doll last night. This like little stuffed animal Jayhawk thing. I honestly hate that I'm saying this out loud because then Catherine's going to know and she's
Dang
like,
it.
you spent that much money on that thing. But it was one of those like, it's just that I want to spoil my daughter.
We missed the pregame.
Yeah,
This
I
makes up
just
for
want her
it.
to have a good time, and this is special. I want her to love this kind of stuff. So, but it was like there were two different sizes. There was like this tiny one, or tinier, because they have two different mascots. They have Big J and Baby J.
That's right.
Baby J was $29.99. I was like, gosh, if that's
Baby
she's
J.
like, I want that one. I was like, of course you do. And I was like, I'm doing it.
If Baby J's already 29, what's another 8?
Yeah, exactly. So irrational. So,
That's how they get you.
yeah, anyway. But yeah, that is, sorry, let me, I'll text Isaac back in a second. Yeah, I feel like any old man that's at like a trendy coffee shop in a college town is probably like doing just all right. Like, you know what I mean? Like an old man that's like, this poor, sad guy is probably not going there. He's probably going to more of like a Hardee's,
Like a sad place.
like a Hardee's where he just gets black coffee every single day for his senior discount of $1.28
reads the paper.
and does just fine. And yeah, I don't think he's sad necessarily, but he's not gonna about to meet with these guys that are gonna ask him for $5 million.
Yeah. Old Dana. Fun story.
That is fun.
You can text back Isaac if you need to. I'm going to talk about Good Ranchers.
Please.
Because I had it for supper last night.
Yep.
With my ravioli and vegetables too. Good meal.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean, you guys know Good Ranchers. And in fact, I dare to say you know goodranchers.com as well. Guys, they're one and the same. Same company, same trademark, I would assume. But yeah, Good Ranchers, I mean, if you're unfamiliar, they are meat providers and they do it all in-house. And by in-house, I mean America's house, Uncle Sam's place, if you know what I'm talking about. The whole process, start to finish, it's done right here in America. It is very rare in the meat industry. Not a lot of people doing that. And it's pretty simple. You basically you pick your boxes. They got all sorts of boxes on their website. You want the Rancher's Classic, that's beef and chicken. You want the Holiday Helper, that's some pork, whatever. They got tons of fun options. Honestly, now I'm on their website. Their pictures look amazing. Shout out to whoever's photographing these.
Yeah.
So you pick your boxes, choose how often, your frequency, and then enjoy the meal and enjoy free shipping along the way.
I'm pretty sure my friend Adam Busby, our friend, Adam,
Yeah.
is now doing some photography with them. I don't know if it's these.
Why is Adam Busby doing?
Dude, because he's awesome.
Stock image
He's the man,
photography.
dude. Stock image. This baby is.
Yeah, not quite stock. Product shot.
Yeah.
But I mean, he has a TLC show. Why is he doing photography?
He's doing it, man. We got the Holiday Helper box recently, and we had the ham. Brother, it is something to behold.
Dude, just a couple days ago, Rachel goes, "Do you miss ham?" And I said, "Yeah,
Ham is awesome.
I do miss ham."
Especially like that kind of ham. Like
Yeah.
thinly cut ham on like a sandwich, fine. This kind of like ham.
Holiday ham.
Yes, dude. And then we put the ham hock in some beans, dude. Had some pot of beans. So
Bada beans.
all around good.
They also have chicken. They also have seafood.
Yes.
Wild caught seafood.
They run the gamut. So
They do. The promo code is GRKC. Take some money off your subscribe and save box, or just your first subscription box.
yep.
I think subscribe and save is what Jake calls their thing. Either way.
But they have, if you subscribe, you will save.
Yeah, I'm not lying to you.
Yeah.
So everyone gets free shipping regardless. But yeah, go to goodranchers.com and use promo code GRKC.
Absolutely.
Get some holiday ham.
Isaac says, tell the people I saw what up. So
That's what I have to deal with.
that is my business partner.
That's fun. You guys talking wood or what?
Yep. I had him build a desk for me. Not for me, but for somebody from Iowa. So
Iowa, smartest people I know.
they'll probably try to chew it or something.
That's funny.
I just love the idea of like acting like everyone that's not from where you are is just idiots.
Yeah, because one time from a distance, Rachel thought a husky was a wolf. So like, that's the whole state now.
It is interesting that Spencer said that it was he was like, I don't know if they were wild or what.
Yeah, I would like to hear
like-
more from Spencer of these two huskies that just wandered into our yard.
Like next
don't
door
see
would
it.
go crazy over two dogs just roaming the neighborhood.
And that's what he described it. They were not like, they didn't belong to anyone. Or sorry, like there wasn't an owner nearby. It was
Right.
truly just two huskies out on a walk. He just came right up to Spencer and let him pet him. And
Just like they got loose or
I don't know.
I mean, there's no way. Yeah, just in a suburb these days, like people are just going to see that out there. When some old woman is going to see that after going to Hardee's and getting her coffee and being like, I got to post about this and get animal control involved or something.
I'm not on the next door app, so maybe they are going nuts about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. One last thing I want to mention, I forgot to mention this earlier. Friday Pickleball, we started our own little ambassador program. I was big on that. I was like, let's start getting this in people's hands, people in the community. So got some ghosties already involved.
Yeah.
Braden Parsons,
Okay.
Nashville guy, boom, ambassador. Brandon Faulkner, St. Louis, boom, ambassador.
Yeah.
So it's kind of fun. I just texted them their codes this morning.
I
So.
think Brandon Faulkner lives in Tennessee as well, Johnson City.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. He's from St. Louis, but he saw the light. He's like, I got to get out of here. Ugh.
That's right, Brandon.
Yeah.
You're not in St. Louis. There you, bud. Either way, fun. Excited for them. If anyone
Can
else wants to be an ambassador,
Speaking of Brandon Faulkner and me, can you get me an orange paddle? Because I'm a huge Broncos guy. And maybe I could I could just be like, yeah, I'm a Broncos fan, but
Ooh.
also love the color orange.
even better. What if we got you an Android paddle?
Oh, lime green.
I don't
Android
know what it
green?
would have.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever you
It
want.
just wouldn't work.
It's just it's slow. It's
That
control
sounds
paddle.
cool. Yeah. But you can customize it however you want. It wouldn't
What?
win games.
Oh,
but you
I
could
see, I see. The
customize
paddle.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. Yep. Put some lead tape on it.
Yeah.
So if anyone else, if you play a lot of pickleball, if you feel like people listen to what you have to say about pickleball, holler at me. Make you an ambassador.
Cool.
Get a couple free paddles out of it. That's it.
Fun.
You want to end this episode with a review, jingle?
I wish I had. Dang it. I had jingles for the ad reads. Stupid.
Next week.
Next week. Yeah, let me pull up my review. I put my phone over here today.
Okay. I got a review I'm excited about. It's 5 stars. And it's titled, Should We Move to Kansas?
Yes.
My wife and I found Ghostrunners in an unusual way. We somehow started watching Midwest YouTube comedians, You Betcha and Charlie Barons. Dude, I did that thing. They used ampersand, so just the punctuation goes nuts. And # 34 semicolon.
You're on Chartable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then Trey Kennedy, and finally Jean Shorts. Once we both started listening to the podcast, we knew we had found our community. Just like every other comment says, we also feel like Jake and Brad are our friends, even though we've never actually met them. We both come home from work on Mondays and Wednesdays asking each other, did you watch the newest Ghosty Pod? Who do you think should win Schmores? Now to explain the title of the review. I'm originally from New York, and my wife is from South Dakota. We met at BYU, go Cougs, and decided to find jobs here in Utah. We love it in Utah and have also talked about how much we enjoyed growing up away from extended family and having to build a life on our own. We also both appreciated the growth from having to stand up for our faith in our schools and with our friends. We keep talking about where we're going to move to raise kids one day, and I keep saying Kansas City. My wife has an aunt and uncle that live in Kansas City, so we always tell people that is why we are thinking about moving to Kansas. Don't want to tell people it's because of random podcasts we found on YouTube. Keep being you. Love, Dawson Homer. Oh, love y'all, Dawson Homer. That is fun. That Dawson Homer is a good name.
Domer.
Domer.
Yeah.
What was his name in Jake Gyllenhaal in October Sky?
Homer Hickam.
Yeah, I thought Homer was involved. Homer Hickham's a really good name too.
Such a good movie, dude. Timon, you seen that one?
I have actually.
Brother,
Yeah.
so fun.
I watched it for like a film school, like for teens class.
I think if
Okay.
they do a reboot of that, like 10 years from now, like October Sky, just new characters, Timon's
Timon's got Homer energy.
Homer Hickam. He could be the protagonist.
Oh, I like that movie a lot. That feels like a nice fall movie.
It is a fall movie. Cup of side.
Wait, it's called October Sky.
Oh, that's probably
That's
why.
probably why.
Something about October Sky. I don't know. When the leaves started to
Genuinely,
change,
I didn't even like. Think
I
of
was with
that.
you too. I was like, yeah.
Man, I want to watch that movie.
Is Hattie old enough?
No,
Certain parts?
I need to
No.
watch it again.
there's like an abusive father in there, and there's language.
I remember thinking like
Somebody dies.
I remember thinking this movie doesn't seem like it would have this much language. I was like unnecessary amount. I mean,
It's coal
Never
miners for you,
necessary.
Timon.
That's the real world. Get out of Kansas for a second.
That's right. These idiots over there in West Virginia.
but yeah, I
Where are
want to
they
watch that
from?
again.
Yeah.
I don't remember all that happens.
Gosh, what a movie.
Homer Hickam. That's cool that you knew that.
Prodigious. Remember how the guys?
Yeah.
Prodigious.
Prodigious.
Prodigious. Oh man,
October Sky. Miss Riley, dude.
Miss Riley, dude. Yeah, just all around great.
Man, I
movie.
really did not like that dad.
Yeah, what's the friend's name? He's got a fun name, and they kind of say it in a southern accent.
Odell?
Odell.
Odell.
Yeah, they're like Odell. Like they're like kind of worried about it. Odell. No, Odell.
October Sky. Something about it. Just a fall movie.
Oh man,
It's a good fall movie.
Dad, we're doing our big launch today. If you want to come out,
Be
it'd be real good. You just shook hands with Warner Von Braun. Oh, great movie, guys. Look at it, watch it. It's a great time.
Look at it for an hour or two.
Where are you going? Myrtle Beach. I'm pumped up now, boys.
Odell!
Odell. Timon, if you could get just like a quick Odell in there for us in post. Don't work more than 10 minutes on it. Don't, AI,
I'll get on my camera.
Adobe enhance it or
Just
whatever.
do it
but-
myself.
Yeah, that's right.
Couple good Odells.
I couldn't find a clip.
All right, my review, 5 stars, is coming from Alicia Ross, 14. It's titled Very Unexpected. I never intended to become a podcast fan. Love that start. One early June 2023 Wednesday, after leading in our student ministry, my friend Cade looked over at his now wife Katie and said,
Kate and Katie.
Alicia is the perfect demographic for Ghostrunners. Which is just a fun
What does that mean?
thing.
It has ears?
And Katie very excitedly said, yes, she is. She would love it. I was very confused and asked Cade what he was talking about because I don't like ghosts and I definitely don't run. He said it was a podcast about 2 men who talk about nothing. That sounded very exciting to me. Not. He quickly added that both men were Christian and one was a dad and one was a comedian. I like that. I was still confused on how I was the perfect demographic for this podcast. I'm not a dad or a comedian.
Yeah.
He said, I just needed to listen to one episode and decide. The next day I had a long drive and decided to give it a go. I picked a random episode entitled The Girl Before Rachel and was laughing by the time the theme music rolled.
What was that about?
Dude, I went back and listened to it.
Oh, really?
I mean, probably like 20 minutes of it. I'm trying to even remember. I mean, it was about the date that you went on, or maybe it wasn't even a date. Was it that concert?
Oh, okay. Maybe it was.
Maybe it was that one.
I was getting shushed at a concert.
Yeah, I think it was that.
Hey, shh. We're at a concert.
We talked about other stuff before that. Anyway, whatever. Kate suggested, okay. I was instantly a fan and decided I needed to hear more. Cade suggested starting at the beginning of the year, 2023, and catching up that way. I was caught up on the whole year by the end of August. I now listen to both episodes the day they come out, and I'm in the process of listening to all of the older ones from the start,
Cool.
which feels very strange not having Timon, because, in parentheses, he's the real star.
Just in parentheses, though.
Parentheses, yeah, nice afterthought, bud. This podcast has been such a fun and lighthearted highlight of my days as a college senior, and it has given Cade, Katie, and I something to bond deeper on. It's been so fun when we get together and talk about the inside jokes, and the people around us are either so confused or they go, oh, it's from their podcast, which is great too.
Get them in on it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Jake and Brad, for creating an environment for people to laugh and hear the gospel in a way that's not cringy. And thanks for being an example of what a healthy adult friendship looks like.
Hey, right now, I want to talk to Cade, Katie, and Alicia's friends right now. They made you listen to this part because I'm talking about you.
Yeah.
I'm talking about you.
Brian.
Yes, Brian, Rachel. I'm going to go ahead and say there's a second Katie in there.
Yeah, Sadie. There's a Katie and a Sadie.
Katie and a Sadie.
Which Sadie almost didn't get picked because it was like, okay, we have 2 Katies. We don't need to get confused with the Katie.
But you're in there.
Yeah.
Take advantage of it.
Cade with a C.
All you guys, start listening to the podcast.
Please.
You belong here.
Yeah. And if you don't, like, send us a voice memo and, like, quiz us. See if we're your kind of people.
Mm-hmm.
And if we answer it correctly, then, yeah, you belong here. So, Thanks. Anyway, fun 5-star review. Thanks for everyone for leaving them. It's fun that we still are consistently getting those. And
It is fun. And consistently getting new listeners, too.
yeah, thanks for sharing the love. There's no better way to spread a podcast than just word of mouth. We can yell it till our ears fall off. But boy, we just need you.
So thank you guys. Anything else to wrap it up?
No, I mean, if you're listening to this, tomorrow we're coming out with another. I just realized. No, I'll probably we'll figure out something for all-time quarterback next
Might
week.
have to just do it like Sunday afternoon or something.
No, I'm not going to be here.
Oh,
I'm going to be in South Dakota
okay. It might not come out next week then.
because you have some. When are you leaving?
I have a private gig Monday, so I'm gone all Monday.
Okay, so you're either
Branson.
going to have to do it solo without me or
Yeah.
something. But either way, guys, we're appreciative of all the support on Patreon. It's been awesome seeing that continue to grow. And we're trying to put more and more stuff out there. So we're going to put out another, bonus something on Wednesday. Maybe all-time quarterback this week, maybe not. Maybe we'll do a little back and forth voice memos. We'll just send it to Timon and have him enhance them. But either, I'm going to South Dakota.
That's right.
This weekend for a little hunting.
Cool.
Hunting
Fast.
So
Sweet. Yeah, check out the Patreon. There's a lot of bonus episodes right now. The podcast, other stuff. People loved it. Last week it was just I think I called it Game Night with Timon.
game night with Timon.
That was fun. And then of course Timon's press conference. So check it out.
Yeah. All right. We love you guys. We'll see you soon.
Bye bye.
Ghostrunners Podcast. Everybody.